This is Elon Local News, Elon's news leader.
Scary moments for an Elon senior, and police are still on the hunt for the suspects.
Happy dance.
Happy dance. I can do a happy dance.
Do a happy dance. Woo!
Burlington's Feeling the Lovin', McDonald's Valentine's campaign has made its way to the Triad.
And they just want their daddy better.
A baseball coach hopes luck steps up to the plate to save his life.
Elon Local News starts right now. Welcome to Elon Local News. I'm Meredith Stutz.
And I'm Justin Beagle. We start tonight with a crime update.
Elon police are looking for 2 fraud and impersonation suspects after a potentially dangerous situation early Saturday morning. Elon senior Nasia Johnson Thomas says she was approached on Orange Street by 2 white males pretending to be police officers while picking up friends around 2:30 in the morning. According to the report, a white male driver got out of the SUV and approached Johnson Thomas.
That's right, Meredith. She was sitting on her car on Orange Drive. The report says the male identified himself as a police officer, but would not show his badge or identify himself or his department.
When Johnson Thomas' friends came outside, one friend got into a conversation with the driver. The driver then used profanity and drove away. Here's the description of the suspect. A white male who appeared older than 25. The police reported states that he was wearing a collared t-shirt and was driving what appeared to be a new red or burgundy SUV in North Carolina. Impersonating a police officer is a Class 1 misdemeanor. Anyone with information on this incident is urged to contact Elon Police at 336-584-1301.
And local crime statistics have been released for 2014. In the town of Elon, crime has increased in the past 2 years. According to Elon Police Chief Cliff Parker, there was 1 more rape and 12 more burglaries in 2014 than in 2013. The 68 larcenies reported in the town of Elon include purse snatchings, shoplifting, motor vehicle break-ins, and stolen items from buildings.
These numbers are just for the town of Elon. For more crime stats around the county, check out our website later tonight. But here's some good news for those living and working in Alamance County. Unemployment is down in the area. According to the latest data from the North Carolina Department of Commerce, right now the county sits at a 5.2% unemployment rate. To put that into perspective, in 2013, the annual unemployment rate was about 8%. The data says that more than 68,000 people are unemployed in the county, as just compared to under 67,000 from just 2 years ago.
Also here in Alamance County, schools' performance grades are in, and not all are worthy of hanging on the fridge. Although 60% of the 34 schools received a C or better, according to the school system's press release, there were 10 Ds and 4 Fs. Grades were based 80% on standardized test scores and 20% on whether students met expected growth. Interim Superintendent William Harrison acknowledged the report card, writing on the ABSS website, "We are committed to improving outcomes for every child."
To the town of Elon this spring. As a part of the town's master plan, a 3-story building will be built next to Skid's restaurant. Town of Elon Mayor Jerry Tooley told ELN the first floor will be businesses and the top 2 floors will be student apartments. We spoke with Tooley about how town developments like this one have brought more than just new buildings.
April and May, so it's been a lot of significant growth, not only with construction and things like that, but within the staff. When I first came on board, on the Board of Aldermen, we had a chief of police who also served as checking the water meters, and we have a town clerk, and that was all we had. And now we have a department of about 40-some people.
Mayor Tooley says the construction on the building will begin in April or May.
Here comes the sun, or, well, maybe. Mayor Tooley told us that the solar farms might be coming to Elon. The Board of Aldermen will vote Tuesday on if the town will allow roof-mounted solar panels as well as solar farms. The aldermen held a public hearing last week to see if there were any amendments to the solar energy system ordinance. Tomorrow's meeting will be at 6 p.m. in the municipal building. A North Carolina basketball legend has died. Dean Smith, who coached the University of North Carolina men's basketball team for 36 years, died late Saturday evening in Chapel Hill. Current men's basketball coach Roy Williams was an assistant under Smith for 10 years between 1977 and 1987 and says he will never forget the lessons that Smith taught him.
Till I die, a lot of the things that I do will be from him. That's a pretty good legacy. It really is.
Governor McCrory has ordered for state flags to be flown at half-mast to honor Smith. He led the Tar Heels to the national championship in 1982 and 1993 to 11 Final Fours and 13 ACC tournament titles.
This morning, Alabama joined North Carolina and 35 other states in the District of Columbia in an increasing list of where the same-sex marriage is legal. The U.S. Supreme Court is set to make a federal ruling on gay marriage in June. North Carolina legalized same-sex marriage in October, and churches are voting to accept the LGBTQIA community with open arms. Our Jasmine Turner is here with more.
Thanks, Meredith. According to gaychurch.org, there are already 2 recognized open and affirming churches in Burlington. In January, Elon Community Church officially became open and affirming, and I visited one church that has been welcoming the LGBTQIA community for years.
That seems to me just to be completely congruent and consistent with the gospel of Jesus Christ.
It's been a decade since Pastor Phil Hardy in the United Churches of Christ in the Burlington area started welcoming the LGBTQIA community.
It is the promise to not only be welcoming and fully inclusive of the LGBTQIA community, but to be advocates for justice.
Those searching for a safe place of faith don't need to look any further than 10 minutes down the road at Life's Journey Church.
To me, it doesn't sound that radical to say that a church invites, includes, and celebrates every human being, regardless of their sexual orientation.
But Life's Journey's efforts have caused a stir in the community.
We have made some other religious groups uncomfortable because we are kind of lifting up an alternative message to what some other religious groups offer.
And that's exactly why Judy Foxworth and her family attend.
Tolerance is not enough. Celebration. We should celebrate each and every person and their gifts.
Foxworth, her partner, and their daughter have been going to Life's Journey for years and want other churches to follow its lead.
To not be like this is radical. To not be open and affirming is radical.
For Foxworth and Hardy, the push to accept everyone is the center of their faith and something their congregation is proud of.
Don't be ashamed of what you're saying. You're not peddling crack. You're telling the world that God's love is inclusive.
Jasmine Turner, Elon Local News.
Life's Journey is also known for other social justice work in the community, such as their strong partnership with the Burlington NAACP. Justin, back to you.
Thanks, Jasmine. The SGA officially has a new executive secretary. Junior Ryan Cronowik was sworn in Thursday after junior Matt Crehan resigned last month. Crehan took a leave of absence from Elon to deal with personal matters. Cronowik previously served as the assistant executive secretary. He will fill the position until a new executive secretary is sworn in after elections later this week. Elon Local News will be broadcasting the SGA election speeches as well as the presidential debate. You can watch our exclusive coverage Thursday night beginning at 7 p.m. Tune in on Channel 5 for ElonLocalNews.com.
The Mosley Center became a popular spot today for students as they met to, quote, take back the union. Hosted by campus organizations like Sparks, RSA, and Campus Rec, Take Back the Union encouraged students to make the Student Center a place for more than just homework. Event planners hope that Mosley will be continued to be an on-campus place where students can feel at home in the future.
Changes are coming to Elon Hillel. The program is searching for a new associate chaplain for Jewish life after Rabbi Becky Joseph stepped down after only one semester. Joseph served as both associate chaplain for Jewish life and director of Elon Hillel. Ginny Villani, Elon's coordinator of Jewish student life, is serving as acting director. Villani says Hillel students and faculty will begin the search for a new Jewish chaplain later this month.
We're just looking for someone who is ready to be in our energetic community and spend time with students.
As for Rabbi Joseph, Hillel students were notified of her departure at the beginning of spring semester. Villani told ELN that Hillel was happy to have Rabbi Joseph, but the university ended up not being a good fit. For more on this story, check out our website.
And in other areas of religious life, a Buddhist monk will now be visiting Elon monthly. Beginning on Sunday, February 22nd, people of all faiths are invited to attend these teaching sessions in the McBride gathering space of the Newman Lumen Pavilion.
February is Black History Month, and this year it's the 55th anniversary of the Greensboro sit-ins. The original store where the sit-ins occurred is now the International Civil Rights Center and Museum, 30 minutes down the road. Our Michelle Alfini talked with one of the museum's founders who has been a big part of civil rights here in the Triad.
Earl F. Jones spent most of his life in North Carolina, but it wasn't until college that he became involved in the civil rights movement.
I walked in there as James Bond, and I walked out as Malcolm X.
It was at North Carolina Central University that Jones learned about the injustices of Jim Crow and segregation.
It just hurt me to realize all of the hell they went through just because of the color of their skin. So no matter what the cost, I decided that I was going to pursue justice and equality at any price for African Americans.
After the Ku Klux Klan killed 5 in Greensboro, Jones decided to study law and put his passion into practice.
I was young, brash, bold, and just uncompromising when it come to justice and equality for black folk.
When Jones joined the NAACP, he filed lawsuits that made it possible for black men and women to win seats on the City Council or the Guilford County Board of Commissioners.
You have to have people committed to sacrifice their time and sometimes, be in jeopardy of their life. But you have to have people committed to doing that.
Now Jones sees his work continuing through his museum and those it inspires.
I'm very hopeful about the future because I see a younger generation that's more passionate about justice and equality.
Michelle Alfini, Elon Local News.
National Civil Rights Center and Museum is in its 5th year of operation.
When we come back, it was shorts and t-shirt weather this weekend, but can you count on the sun for the rest of the week? We'll have your 5-day forecast.
And today is National Pizza Day. We'll dish up some of Pandora's Pie's classics later in the show.
Temperatures reached 70 degrees this weekend, but is the warm weather here to stay? After all, it's still February. Our Carissa Parent has this week's forecast. Hey, Carissa.
Thanks, Meredith. Last week, the groundhog saw a shadow, reminding us that 6 more weeks of winter was on its way. But you could have been fooled by the temperatures we saw this past weekend. People around campus were enjoying the beautiful outdoors yesterday, hanging out in their sundresses and t-shirts and eating lunches outside. For those enjoying the surprisingly warm weather, we'll have a few more glory days before we see those temperatures drop back down. Let's take a look at the rest of the week. Today we saw some rain showers with a high of 64 degrees, but tonight it could drop down to a low of 39 degrees. Tuesday gets a little chillier. Temperatures will drop to a high of 54 and a low of 28. Wednesday and Thursday, it's a lot of the same, sunny with a high of 56 and 51. Friday is when the real chill returns, with only a high of 40 degrees and a low of 21. And you better hope your Valentine's date is indoors, because the high is only 46 and the low is a chilly 22. With your 5-day forecast, I'm Carissa Parent. Back to you, Justin.
Thanks, Carissa. If you're looking to fill up your tank, better do it soon. The price of gas is slowly increasing again after a 4-month decline. According to AAA, gone are those $1.99 prices, and instead the national average is $2.17 a gallon. The slow uptick began last week and is expected to continue through this coming month. And though the prices are increasing, economists are predicting the national average will remain below $3 a gallon through the rest of 2015.
And if you're looking to fill up around Elon, here are the cheapest places to do it. The Shell station on South Church Street still has gas for $1.99 a gallon. That's a deal. The same with the same price as the BJ's on Boone Station Drive, but you have to be a member to fill up there. For those who don't want to go too far, the BP station at Kangaroo is not too much more, only $2.09 a gallon.
While those might be the best places to fill up for gas on campus, the place to see the best cars was the Holy Hill Mall this weekend. Car enthusiasts gathered at the mall for the 6th annual Hot Rod Car, Truck, and Bike Show. And it was all for a good cause. Funds from the show went to Sam's Wish Fund at Kids Path of Hospice.
this helps them greatly. This gives them not only the chance to have their wishes granted, but it gives them hope, and it lets them know that people that I don't even know are supportive of them and what's going on in their life.
To see more on the Holly Hill Car Show or to see how to donate, visit our website later in the week.
We'll have the inspiring story of a local baseball coach fighting for his life and his family that's helping him do it.
Gonna do bad. Find stuff under there? What about jobs? No? Now try your closet. Still no jobs, just more stuff? Well, you really have both. See, stuff is defined as household articles considered as a group. Sometimes this stuff is no longer needed. Wait, no longer needed? That can't be right. Because remember those jobs you were looking for? Those are really needed. And they're the stuff inside your stuff. Our job is to unlock those jobs. And it starts when you donate your stuff to your local Goodwill. Here's how we do it. When you donate to Goodwill, we sell your stuff to provide job training for people right here in your community. So just by teaming up with Goodwill, you help create jobs. And isn't that worth parting with the leftover keytar from your 80s cover band? Goodwill. Donate stuff, create jobs.
You sure you don't want some? It's chamomile. Listen, you are extremely terrifying. Just the scariest undead subhuman thing on TV, and I really mean that. But I am worried that you could give my kids nightmares if they see you, so I'm gonna have to block you. So that's it. Oh, and tell the zombies they're blocked too.
Need a tech update with all the new gadgets out there? Who doesn't? But what do you do with all your old electronics? One solution is to recycle. This weekend, Burlington held its annual e-waste recycling event. Dozens of cars pulled into the Public Works parking lot to drop off anything from TVs and computers to cell phones. This added up to an estimated 20,000 pounds of electronics. While the event was free, the sanitation department stressed this event was more than just a win for people's wallets.
Gases inside the TV's tubes, they're harmful. Not only that, it just makes the city look real bad. But I'm sitting out on the street, backs of them tore off and all that kind of stuff. And this is the reason why we have this event, to get rid of it.
If you couldn't make it out this weekend, there are still 2 more chances to recycle your electronics this year, starting in June.
With Valentine's Day coming up on Saturday, chocolate and sweets may be on your mind. But today you should set your sights on another yummy treat because it's National Pizza Day. Our Sky Cowan joins us live from Pandora's Pies in downtown Elon. Sky, is it busy over there?
Yes, Justin, Pandora's is just starting to get busy tonight, but it's funny because a lot of people didn't seem to know it was National Pizza Day until I told them. Some are even saying it's also National Bagels and Lox Day, so I don't know, maybe we're going to have to put some cream cheese and salmon on our bagels as well, just so we can include all food holidays today. Either way, people are here having a great time enjoying their pizza. I actually got to cook with one of Pandora's main chefs yesterday, Ettore. Ettore's from Italy, and he showed me how to make some amazing pies. Take a look. Let's give it a whirl. Ooh, look at that! Bellissimo. Nothing like a brick oven pizza fresh out of the oven. Oh, I'm so hungry. I'm starving. It smells so good. You can check out the full video online to see how Pandora's does it. For now, I'm going to stay here, enjoy the scene, and get me some pizza. Back to you, Meredith.
Thanks, Sky. Make sure to have an extra slice for us. If pizza isn't your go-to food, you might want to try McDonald's this week. In a marketing strategy that's truly one of a kind, customers can pay with lovin' at Mickey D's. Our Rajah Agarwal caught the action right here in Burlington.
Instead of paying with cash, some McDonald's customers, like Burlington resident Tom Lazal, have the chance to pay with love.
Well, I knew they were doing the lovin', pay with lovin', but I didn't expect that I would be one that did it.
Randomly selected customers are asked to commit acts of kindness, like calling their moms or telling someone they love them. In exchange, for their free meal.
First time we heard about the campaign, they showed us examples of what Pay with Lovin' was going to be. And once I saw it, I thought it was a wonderful campaign, one of the best ones we've done in a long time.
For Lazal, he had to do a happy dance.
Okay, totals today is going to be a happy dance.
What?
A happy dance.
Happy dance. I can do a happy dance.
Do a happy dance.
Woo! Is that happy enough?
That's happy enough.
I think it's a good idea because there's a lot of buzz going, and I've heard a lot of people talking about it, and I think they'll probably increase the business somewhat.
Have a great day.
Thanks. The employees have enjoyed participating in the campaign and believe it has been a successful one so far, but most importantly, they have loved giving back to their loyal customers.
I get excited. It's just wonderful to see families come in, or maybe a couple come in and be able to tell them, Pay with Lovin'. It's an opportunity to give back to the customers that come in every day.
Pay with Lovin' runs through the best day of the year to feel some lovin', Valentine's Day. Rajat Agarwal, Elon Local News.
The campaign runs from 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. at participating McDonald's until Valentine's Day.
When we come back, our Andrew Feather will be here with the latest in sports. From softball's opening weekend to the story of one local coach's fight that's harder than any game he's ever coached.
Saturday marked the one-year anniversary for the women's lacrosse team. 1 year ago, the Phoenix played in its inaugural game against rival Duke. This weekend, the Blue Devils and Phoenix met up once again at Rhodes Stadium. The women were coming off a dominant victory against Kennesaw State last week, but the Phoenix ran into trouble with the number 8 ranked Blue Devils, falling 7-8 in its second game of the season. After a long offseason, Hunt Softball Park was packed again for this weekend's season opener. Elon hosted USC Upstate in Radford Saturday and Sunday, going 3-0 on the weekend. Things couldn't have started better for the Phoenix, who defeated USC Upstate 4-3, then immediately afterwards beat Radford 6-5 in extra innings. On Sunday, the Phoenix topped Radford again 6-1. And it won't be long for Elon Baseball's own season opener. This Friday, the Phoenix will host Penn State for a 3-game set. Elon is projected to finish 4th in the CAA according to the preseason coaches poll. Elon's own Casey Jones was selected as the CAA preseason player of the year and has been named a preseason All-American by Louisville Slugger and the National Collegiate Baseball Writers Association. The senior hit .418 in 2014 with 7 home runs and 53 RBI. And moving to a smaller diamond, I talked to a local youth baseball coach and father of 3 who's in for the fight of his life.
For years, local youth baseball coach Craig Edwards has been living the life of his dreams, coaching all 3 of his children in the Elon Little Phoenix sports program.
Any free time that he gets, it's with the kids or baseball.
But his dream life turned into a nightmare in February 2014.
When I gained 30 pounds over the course of 7 to 8 days, we knew something was wrong.
Edwards was diagnosed with cirrhosis of the liver, or a failing liver. Now, he is in dire need of a transplant.
He told me if the Coumadin therapy that I'm currently on does not help with that, then I potentially have less than 6 months to live.
Edwards lost his father at the age of 10 to cancer and told himself that he would never put his own family in that same position.
I was 10 years old, the same age my son is now, 5th grade, and when that happened to me, I said I'm never gonna, drink, smoke, do anything.
After Edward's diagnosis, there was an outpour of support from the community.
Literally every day, at least 1 or 2 people call and say, can I help with the kids? Can I bring you food? We haven't cooked a meal in probably 4 or 5 weeks.
Despite their struggles, the family remains positive Craig will pull through.
I don't really consider it. It's maybe irresponsible, but it's how I choose to deal with it.
Edwards says his children are what gives him the energy to fight every day.
They're so positive. They're willing to do whatever, they need to do, and they just want their daddy better.
And we here at Elon Local News certainly want their daddy to get better too.
Absolutely. And Andrew, I'm sure there's been a lot of community outreach for this cause. If people want to get involved, how can they do so?
Well, one way is there's a GoFundMe page that's been up for about a month now. It's already raised nearly $10,000 to support the family. Also, if people want to hear more about their story or just get involved in any way, you can visit elonlocalnews.com after the show, and we'll have a whole bunch of links for you so you can just learn about them.
All right, well, thank you very much, Feather. And we actually heard that he is first on the liver transplant list, so hopefully next time we hear from him, we'll have better news. But before we leave today, we have a special announcement we'd like to make. We have some new faces on the ELN executive team. Senior Bree Eck will be joining ELN Radio as one of the executive producers.
Junior Corey Shegda is our new executive producer of ELN Morning.
And senior Zora Stevenson and Brianna Eck will be joining me in anchoring sports.
And with these new faces, we have a new schedule. While Elon Local News will stay Monday nights at 6 p.m., ELN's web-exclusive show will now be online Tuesday afternoons.
The radio show will keep its slot on WSOE 89.3 FM Wednesday nights at 6 p.m., followed by a new time for ELN Morning, Thursday mornings at 9:50 a.m. during Newman Lumen.
And we want to give a special congratulations to ELN Chief Photographer Al Drago, who has been named Student Photographer of the Year by the White House News Photographers Association. The award includes an invitation to the Eyes of History Awards Gala in Washington, D.C. in May, and his work will be displayed in a traveling exhibit. Make sure you watch this week's ELN Morning where he will be teaching our anchors how to take the perfect picture. Congrats, Al.
That's all the time we have for you tonight on Elon Local News, but for the latest news, be sure to check out our website, elonlocalnews.com.
And we're always on social media. Be sure to like us on Facebook and follow us on Twitter.
Thanks for watching.